Україно, рідна земля мати, Господь, Отець наш Небесний, благословіть.
Almost daily, headlines in Russian news go, Ukrainian drones attacking. In most cases, Russia claims their air defense systems managed to intercept them. However, here's how this news looked in reality. A drone attacked the Tambov gunpowder plant, one of the largest producers of gunpowder in Russia. A powerful fire at an oil depot in Klintsy, which supplied fuel and lubricants for the needs of Russian troops. An aircraft repair plant in the Smolensk region came under attack. The factory produces and repairs weapons, aviation, and military equipment. For example, Kh-59 missiles, which Russians use to shell Ukraine, are produced here. After drone attacks on the seaport, the Novatek company's oil terminal was on fire. Its owners, Russian oligarchs Leonid Mikhelson and Gennady Timchenko, are under sanctions from the EU and the USA. Drones hit the only Russian oil refinery on the Black Sea coast in Tuapse. The fire was extinguished only in 8 hours. These are just a few examples from 1 week alone. Moreover, the pace of attacks is increasing. According to BBC data, in the first 8 months of 2023, Ukraine presumably carried out over 190 drone or missile attacks. Now they have become almost daily. When military factories or oil depots are halted even for a few days, it has a significant impact on the capabilities of the aggressor. Being short on ammunition and weapons, Ukrainians do everything to weaken the enemy. Moreover, each such incident affects Russians psychologically. They finally feel the war unleashed by their state is close at hand. The territory of Russia, where strategic and defense enterprises are burning, is also expanding. Currently, over 1 million square kilometers are within the affected zone. In January 2024, a drone attacked an oil depot in St. Petersburg, which is located over 1,000 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Oil depots have become key targets of such attacks. Just a month after the start of the full-scale war, unknown helicopters attacked a Russian oil depot near the Ukrainian border. In just the first half of 2023, the BBC counted at least 9 incidents at oil storage facilities. In such a way, Ukraine is making its contribution to the civilized world's proclaimed oil embargo against the aggressor, who continues to trade illegally. Not only factories that supply the army with fuel are under attack, but also some military targets. The loudest explosions were heard in temporarily occupied Crimea. Destroyed Russian Patriot, an S-400 air defense system. Within a few weeks, Ukrainians hit another S-400 complex. Missiles struck the large landing ship Minsk and even the Rostov-on-Don type submarine in the ship repair plant in Sevastopol. In 2017, it received an award from the Russian military command as the best submarine of the Russian Federation in the competition. Ukrainians awarded it with their own prize, though. Overall, Ukraine disabled about 33% of the Russian Black Sea Fleet, 26 out of 74 combat ships. All these incidents are value-enhancing investments for those who attack such objects. The cost of such drones does not exceed a few hundred or even tens of thousands of dollars. The price of a Storm Shadow or Scalp missile is around $3.2 million. Meanwhile, for example, the destroyed ship Minsk cost was $110 million. The Rostov-on-Don submarine is worth $400 million, and one S-400 system will cost about $1.2 billion. Another attack on occupied Crimea not only struck the Russian armed forces, but also showed that enemies cannot be safe anywhere. That day, 2 missiles hit directly the headquarters of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. However, perhaps another attack became the most symbolic. On May 3, 2023, 2 drones attacked the heart of Putin's Russia, the Kremlin. Russians wanted to capture Ukraine in a matter of days, but instead they had to report in the news. Fortunately, Putin was not harmed. Indeed, Ukraine typically does not claim responsibility for explosions in the Russian rear. However, it also does not refute its involvement.
Gradually, the war is returning to the territory of Russia, to its symbolic centers and military bases. And this is an inevitable, natural, and absolutely fair process.
To protect itself, Russia installs air defense systems wherever it can. For example, on the roof of the Ministry of Defense, which instantly became a source for memes. This also plays into Ukraine's hands, as having these complexes away from the front lines frees up Ukrainian fighters. Moreover, it seems that the hyped Russian air defense systems are quite vulnerable to missile and drone strikes, which they were supposed to intercept. In just a few months, Ukrainians have gone from nothing to developing a whole ecosystem of drones. According to the Wall Street Journal, Ukraine now produces 62 different types of them. And every day, Ukrainians work on new models that can fly further and carry a larger payload. Among the latest developments, for example, is an analog of the Russian kamikaze drone Lancet. However, objects in the Russian rear are not only attacked by drones and missiles. One operation for which the main intelligence directorate took responsibility was the August explosions at the Soltsy airfield in Russia's Novgorod region. During this operation, one Tu-22M3 bomber, valued at approximately $40 million, was destroyed and at least 2 others were damaged. For this mission, a special unit of Ukrainian intelligence operatives traveled over 600 kilometers into enemy territory. In early February, a Special Operations Forces unit seized and blew up a previously captured Russian oil platform in the Black Sea, which was used to control attacks by Iranian Shahed drones. The famous explosions on the Crimean Bridge, first by trucks, then by sea drones, were a special operation by the Security Service of Ukraine. The Crimean Bridge is a vital artery allowing Russian troops to deliver weapons and supplies to the peninsula and further to the occupied territories. Aircraft take off from airfields to bomb Ukraine, while oil refineries supply fuel to the armies. The war in Ukraine continues, but now it is also visible to Russians in their own cities. Indeed, it's not surprising that the head of the Security Service of Ukraine, Vasyl Maluk, describes the situation as such. It was burning, it is burning, and it will continue to burn.